All right, welcome back to another unfiltered episode of the Truth Be Told Flex podcast, where both truths get aired out and sugarcoating gets no airtime. It's your sis behind the boards, Banath Shalahaya, keeping the engine running, and as always, I'm joined by the dynamic duo Shir Yashub Judah and Ayo Ben Yahoo, two brothers bringing fire and facts every time. We're streaming live tonight outside of our regular show night. Do some personal things. However, we felt like next Wednesday was too long to wait for these hot topics that we have to touch on tonight. Last week we focused on Charlie Kirk, who he was and what he stood for. Since that time, more information has come out about Charlie Kirk and some things going on behind the scenes. So tonight we're flipping the coin to his wife, Erica Kirk. Who is she? Where does she come from? And what's happening with her now? The show will have a slight different feel tonight, but there's still no fluff, no filter, real talk, and unapologetic truth. And of course, we still got that signature segment Beyond Critical Race Theory teed up for you. So wherever you're posted, car, couch, or the cut, strap in because we're about to ride. This is a Truth Be Told Flex podcast. Let's ride, brothers. The mic is yours.
Yeah. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, my man? Thank you, Bernard, for that introduction. Yeah, we here, man. Wednesday was Wednesday. We were not able to make it on for various reasons, and as Bernard said, it was just so much going on.
Yeah.
To wait another Wednesday.
Yeah.
I think I'd have been like a pimple, a white pimple. What they call whiteheads.
You'd have been ready to pop. Busting at the seams, y'all.
Busting at the seams, man. Yes, indeed. I know this is a strange night. So for those who are here with us, we do want to say thank you, Jamil, the trunk rattler. Shalom, brother. The house of Ayob. We want to say shalom to you as well. And brother, I know you are exhausted. So I want to thank you for for showing up, man. Yeah.
Man, I love the Most High and I love my truth be told. I said tooth be told. Truth be told.
You're tired.
I'm so tired I can't even talk. But
Bless
I
you.
appreciate y'all, man. It's a blessing to be here, man. Hey, when ministry calls, you got to keep going. And this just is not a show. This is family ministry. Y'all my family. Shir and Banaf, y'all my family. And me and the wife had to go down. We unfortunate passing of our dear Israelite brother, Dr. Isaac Ruffin, man. And he passed away at the age of 40. So we went down to Tampa and young, but a beautiful Israelite brother, man, and beautiful family. I'm just excited for the seed of the bloodline that was put before our Christian brothers and sisters. And
all praises.
The Most High really allowed us to honor and represent him in front of, hey, whenever you Google Hebrew Israelite, everybody know what pops up first. So a lot of times when we go represent, we're going into the teeth of the lion's den. But you got to humble yourself and make it about the Most High. And if you do that, he will be received. And that's what happened. So the Ruffin family, we send our condolences and peace and blessings again. But hopefully me and Malcolm was able to plant that seed. And we came back last night. I went to work today. And I'm here now for my family and the Most High. Tired in body, but I'm energized in the spirit. Come on, somebody.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I couldn't miss the night. I had to be here.
So I'm asking, is he related to David Ruffin?
Bro, let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something.
I was thinking the same thing.
Listen, yes. So we've been knowing Isaac in the truth for about 8 to 10 years now. He bought a lot of merchandise and a lot of his fringed out stuff from Beautiful Ashes and kept in touch with him as he battled his cancer for 2 years. So his grandfather and David Ruffin from the Temptations' grandfather are first cousins. Let me tell y'all, Isaac Sr., Isaac Ruffin's dad, his uncles, and all his aunts. Y'all want to talk about singing?
I can
Bruh.
imagine.
I listen. We were blown away. Me and Micah, me and Micah some singers, but them folks and his uncle even resembles David Ruffin. Tall, dark skinned, but just
right.
Man, they sung this quartet song, y'all. I promise you, David Ruffin was up there. So yeah, they are kin to the, they are the Ruffins, and his aunts, uncles, dad, all of them was up there singing. Man, we had a high time in the Most High, and the Most High really.
All praises, all praises.
Seed has
I
been
mean,
planted.
that's not a common name. That's why,
right? That's why.
Ruffin.
You don't see that.
I'm glad you asked, because I sure had it in the back of my head. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to ask that question.
Right.
Yeah,
but I'm glad you did.
Yeah.
Yes, and my wife correct. I'm sorry. His grandfather and David Ruffin's and David's grandfather are first cousins. Yeah. So
okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Very good.
His grandfather.
Yeah.
David's
grandfather are first cousins. Okay, then. Yeah. All praises, man. For the bloodline right there, man. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
All right, then.
All right. Well, that's a great segue. Talking about singing, you had some real singers you were in the presence of, and unfortunately,
real singers.
Huh?
No, I just know what we're talking about.
Oh yeah,
real singers. Yeah.
So, as this world would have it, and as things turn, move over human musicians, because AI is taking the stage. From writing lyrics to producing full tracks with synthetic vocals, artificial intelligence is now creating music start to finish. And of course, some people say it's great because it speeds up the creativity process. But, others have some issues with it, and I understand why. We listened to some music the other day that was AI generated, and the music was great. But what happens to the real singers, the real artists, the people who have to put their boogie down for the music that they do, the love that they have for it? So what do you guys think about AI doing music now?
Me, yeah, that's exactly how I feel about it. Y'all mind if I play a little bit of what we heard?
Go for it.
Which one of these, man? Check this out. Can y'all hear that? Okay.
He didn't walk me down no stairs. Didn't warn me about them boys who wouldn't care. Didn't tell me what a real man sounds like. So I fell for the ones that lied just right. He never pulled my chair and checked my friends. Never showed me what to lose or what to defend. So I chased love with an open wound, looking for something I was never introduced to. Mama did her best, but she can't teach what it feels like when a father speaks. So I took every I love you too deep, even when they only meant it for a week. How was I supposed to know what love looked like when daddy never showed me what felt right? How was I supposed to set the bar when I ain't never seen a man fight for my heart?
All right, then that is Zane Monet, which is the AI artist that actually right now, I thought that's not the one that that is topping the billboards, R&B billboards right now. I thought it was.
That's the one you shared with us, though.
Is that the one that I shared with y'all? Yeah. If they never said it was AI and you just heard it,
right?
You think you would have known?
No, not me. I'm not the artist, Joe. Ayo, would you have known?
After
I'm fooled. I'm not gonna lie.
After a couple times hearing it, I could tell that, because like I told you the other day, it sounds like they took Jennifer Hudson, Beyonce,
Right.
put them voices
Mm-hmm.
together, and
Yeah.
gave her Victoria Monet and K. Michelle swag.
Yeah. Yup.
So she has the
Yup.
voice of it's Jennifer Hudson and Beyonce put together.
Mm-hmm.
Then she got K. Michelle and Victoria Monet.
I could definitely hear that.
Yeah. I don't know who the Victoria Monet is, but I hear a lot of like that song there. You don't hear the Beyonce as much. She got some songs, bro. She sound like she's straight out of Houston. Like you wouldn't be able to tell that. And I guess when you look at it, like what you saying, I'd have figured out that it's AI because her name is Zanae, right? That's not Beyonce.
Zanae Monet or Janae Monet.
Right, Zanae Monet. Right, Zanae Monet.
That song I hear more of Jennifer Hudson.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So, at any rate, keep your ears open for that, because I'm sure that's just the tip of the iceberg. There is definitely more stuff coming down the pipe, especially with artists now having more demands for their copyrights and what is it that they call
royalties.
Their royalties.
But the thing is, though, is that she was supposed to have been created by a person, and I can't remember her name. I forgot to look it up again. But this Zanae Monet was created by a young lady, and she supposedly had written all of the lyrics. There's another thing too. If you listen to this album, it's about 7 songs on this album that sound just alike. I mean, the melodies, the music.
Yeah.
Did you listen to it?
I listened to a little bit of it. They sound like literally somebody just took the same. And like Jamil is saying, they take other singers' voices, like real voices, and sample them, and they create this. It's like an index database.
Mm-hmm.
All they need fed, the machine needs just a little bit voice, and then it kind of
and then they can computerize it or whatever and create it into this right here. So somebody still is going to have to, like she got this. They saying that Zanae Monet is what I think it's a $3 million contract.
$3 million deal.
$3 million deal, but whoever created Zanae Monet and whoever I guess wrote the lyrics, you know what I'm saying? Are they the ones that's actually getting the $3 million? Like, how does this work in the world of artistry?
So what they're gonna do is that $3 million, they have to pay. They have the image. Now they have to make the AI marketable. And Jamil could probably attest to that. So the first thing when an artist signs a record contract, the first thing they give him is an A&R. That A&R is going to find out, and A&R stands for artist and repertoire. That A&R is going to find out everything about that artist, even down to giving that artist character and personality tests. Because that A&R has to sell that artist to the company. Once that happens, that A&R gets the song recorded, finds a producer, and takes that song to every department in the record company, the marketing department, sales department, the ladies at the front desk, and let them hear that song. And they be like, "Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's my new artist." So it's all about salesmanship. That A&R has to sell. So they're gonna sell that artist to Sprite, McDonald's. They have to have the money tied into it now to make that artist come alive to McDonald's and Sprite and the WNBA. They have to generate the images like how we're generated right now in the computer. They have to be able to do that. So that's what that $3 million is tied into. It's tied into making that artist literally come alive.
Gotcha. So that's Yanni. They not even giving me the it's crazy, man. See what name I put up there. They gave me somebody else. Because she actually got an image, or they not even giving it to me right now. So man, that's crazy. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense on what you just said. But yeah, man, it's crazy because I believe we are moving into a time where everybody is about to get replaced, man. You know, this is just the
Yeah.
beginning. We know we had the actors strike in Hollywood for a long time, and this was one of the things right there, man. And so,
Yeah.
going back to what Jamil says, this is where the voices come from. It's a sample from the real singers' voices. So that's that like images and stuff like that,
Image
right?
and
So
likeness. Yeah.
it's definitely a Beyonce voice in that thing. So do Beyonce get a chunk of this here?
No, because Beyonce would have a hard time trying to prove that. Because they could say, "Oh, it's a me," just like I think McCall said it. If don't nobody know who
She sounded like Karen
Karen
Hawthorne.
Hawthorne.
Corinne Hawthorne is a gospel singer that kind of she has a smoky tone that if you start listening to her songs, you would think it's Beyonce at first. Corinne Hawthorne is a Grammy Award winning gospel artist. And then you start with, wait, that's not Beyonce. And then you Google her, you be like, oh, she kind of light skin, blonde hair. She kind of resembles Beyonce. So again, it would be hard for Beyonce to prove in court
to say that
because
that's right.
and this way, land backing off what you were saying, with the AI, $3 million go right into the record company and the profit off of people buying this AR stuff. There's no parents. You don't have no trips to take. You don't have to pay for airplanes, tour bus, none of that.
Right.
So
You
you're
ain't
looking
got
at
to worry about
straight
nobody
profit.
coming back 10 years from now talking about they want
Right.
royalties.
Right. And on top of that, that $3 million is recoupable fast enough. There you go. We gave up all our rights to have our voices and images used when we make voice recordings video. So whoever voice that was, they signed an NDA, probably got about $12,000, and that's it. So again, that $3 million is tied directly into the video images, making videos, making concerts, because they're gonna have to generate what they getting on Will Smith about AI generated audiences. That's easy. They're gonna do that.
Yeah.
You can build a stadium of 300,000 people screaming after this girl.
I think what Jamil is saying as well. Go ahead, finish up.
I'm just gonna finish up. That 3 million is directly tied to making sure we hear it enough on the radio, visual images on commercials for the WNBA, Pizza Hut, McDonald's, to where we'll start buying it.
When we start buying it. And this is one of these things where, and I think I mentioned it to you, I know I mentioned it to my wife, that, and I know we're not going to do it as a society, but this is one of those things where no matter how good it sound, no matter how much it make you pat your feet, for the sake of artists, this is something that I don't think that we should support. You know what I'm saying? This is why it's bad, because you got to think, we just got through talking about David Ruffin. That's a real artist, man. We was listening to Whitney Houston in her prime, and I don't know if you guys have ever had have ever done it or not, but like, I like music so much, and especially singing. I went and found Whitney booth recordings where it's just her without the music, and it's so, oh my God, I can't explain to you how beautiful her voice was. You dig what I'm saying? While she was in the booth recording her songs, man. These are artists that are going to be replaced by artificial intelligence, because what you just said, the low demand. We ain't gotta pay for hotels. We ain't gotta we ain't gotta argue about if you want to do. You have heard some of the stories of the artists going into some of these. You messed up, man? Okay, hold on. Some of these artists, hold on, y'all. You good? Some of these artists going into some of these record mogul offices, man, pissed off because they either holding their material back. It's a lot of material that we don't know nothing about that should be out, because they done held their material back. They're not promoting their music, or they giving them something that they don't want to sing. Yeah. So yeah, hold on. Can you hear? There you go. All right, but yeah, I just think that's something that we shouldn't, support, man. But I
Yeah,
know we
I
not, because
remember
once
that,
people
Jamil.
get to listening to it, they ain't gonna that gum artificial intelligence gonna be their favorite artist.
Yep. But yeah, Jamil is Capitol Records had one in 2022 and it flopped because they couldn't do like real people want to like. I just don't know if the world is there yet. Like if this was
take much.
well, you're right, because if this was COVID, like during like 2019, 2020, 2021, where we could not leave the house, then the AI will probably work. But I
Mhm.
just I as a true singer that blood, sweat, and tears in the booth, this is abhorrent.
I know, I know, but not trying to move on. But let me say
Yeah,
one
yeah, go
thing.
ahead.
We
Yeah,
can
yeah, yeah.
move. I just thought about it because one of my biggest questions was concerts. Like, how you gonna have an artificial holograms for one, and
Yeah.
I'm going back on what Ayo was saying, that I don't know if we ready for it or not. But then too, we seeing how all of these streaming platforms like Disney and Netflix and all of that, they about to start bringing what you call concerts, where they already do it, concerts in your home, and
Mm-hmm.
people will be at the house. You'll have to pay for it to see these AI intelligent, you know what I'm saying, artists
Mm-hmm.
perform your favorite songs from them, man. So yes, this is not good for artists whatsoever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Yeah, it's pretty
All right.
crazy.
Well, late night host Jimmy Kimmel is back on most platforms less than a week after his temporary comments regarding Charlie. The show was initially suspended by ABC and blacked out on some affiliate stations, including Nexstar and Sinclair. You can't hear me?
nah. What's going
Yeah.
on with your mic? No.
Something now.
There we
There we
go.
go.
You back now.
There
Okay
we go.
then.
Okay.
There we
All
go.
Yeah.
right. Here we go.
All right.
So late night host Jimmy Kimmel is back on most platforms less than a week after his temporary suspension over comments regarding Charlie Kirk's unaliving. The show was initially suspended by ABC and blacked out on some affiliate stations, including Nexstar and Sinclair, because of the content. As of today, both Nexstar and Sinclair have resumed airing Jimmy Kimmel Live, ending the preemption. Affiliates emphasize that dialogue, responsible broadcasting, and First Amendment principles are what allowed him to come back on air. Do you guys think there were other reasons why he was allowed to come back on air, or is it simply what they said because they had a good dialogue?
Did anybody
Ayo's
ever
face.
think that he wasn't gonna come back on air? Because did you believe that he never was gonna come back on there?
Oh no,
I
I knew
thought
he was coming back.
yeah, I thought it would be a lot more lengthy than it was. I thought that the
Now that I
FCC,
agree.
yeah, because the FCC, everything is political now. Everything is political. Everything. It's all political. And I thought they was gonna drag this out with the FCC. Now he a politician and he endorsed Donald Trump and then all that stuff. I was like, we may not see Jimmy Kimmel till Thanksgiving or they Christmas and they Thanksgiving. But hey,
Yeah.
ratings drop, money dry up. He got to come back on the air.
Yep.
Well, I would. You messed up again?
Uh-uh.
Oh, okay. I was finna say we just finna throw your mic in the trash.
Oh,
I agree with Jamil on the ratings drop. But I think strange. So y'all follow me here. I felt like he was gonna come back around the time that he came back.
Mm.
I sat and I thought about it. I said to myself, and I went and Googled it. My wife would tell you, she saw me when I went and did it. I was just sitting up one day thinking, I said, I wonder if Jimmy Kimmel ratings started dropping before the unaliving of Kirk. And it had. He had dropped, I think they had said like 15% or something like that, right? And I said to myself, I say, well, what a great way to boost his ratings, which would be to cut him off for some strange reason, like what they did. I for real looked at it as a buddy system. Like you got these people like Trump, and we know that Trump don't like Kimmel. He don't like Kimmel, and he has been going after Kimmel for a long time. But Kimmel, no, even with drop ratings, he's still a money cow for Disney and ABC. You can't just easily replace him. It's not like you could just take this out and put something else back there.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So they looking at the numbers dropping and they like looking like, well, what do we got to replace him? Not a whole lot.
Right.
You need that spot to be filled. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
And so you cut him and now you got the world mad and talking about it. People who ain't never watched Jimmy Kimmel before is upset that you cut him for what you cut him for. Right. And they got something to say about it.
Yep.
So when he come back on, guess what?
They're going to watch.
His ratings are up. And he
because now they got to see what he going to say.
And that's exactly what he said himself. You know what I'm saying? Because Trump made the comment. He said, you know, he has no talent. And, you know, even people with no talent have pretty good ratings, but I don't think his ratings are good. And so when Kimmel came back that first night, he repeated what Trump said. He said, guess what? My ratings are up tonight.
You're playing backfire.
It came out of his mouth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I looked at it as, you know what? We finna try to help this show, you know what I'm saying, a little bit longer than what we can, man. So, that's just me thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, when them folks started canceling Disney subscriptions, and I mean, you're thinking $15 a month with over 1 million people, how much money that is?
That's a lot
overnight.
Of money.
They probably lost what they make annually. It wasn't like 100 subscribers, 1 million people at $15 a wop. You do the math. That's a lot of money.
But you think about what they gained by him coming back too, though.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? So it's like when you got money like that, you could lose so much, right?
Right.
And it's all a gamble. You know what I'm saying? Like
it is.
I remember Jerry Jones talking about when he bought the Cowboys. He said he took the last that he had to buy them. And he said he had no idea on what he was doing, right? When he got them, but he knew he wanted to buy the Dallas Cowboys. He took everything that he had and invested in that team. You know what I'm saying? And that's how people with money gamble. They gamble with their money like that.
That's what a gamble is.
That's what a gamble is.
The owner of FedEx, he had a gambling issue and was down. He couldn't even pay for the fuel for a couple of trucks, and he was about to fold. He went to Vegas. He couldn't get a loan. When nobody give him a loan him any money because he had such a gambling debt. He took his last 30 grand and started FedEx and gambled.
See, yeah. So that's why they say scared money what?
Don't make money.
Scared money don't make money. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
right.
So
You don't.
I don't know, man, but I know right now Jimmy Kimmel ratings are not low. Like I say, people who didn't watch him at first,
they tuning in, bro.
Yeah, they tuning in.
They tapping in.
Yo,
11 o'clock hit. They looking to see what he gonna say.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know I used to turn the channels as soon as he come on. I ain't want to hear. But that night he came back, my wife was talking about me.
Let me see it. Let me what they talking about. I look, as soon as he come on at 11 o'clock, I go to ESPN or reruns of Martin.
Right.
Chris.
Or go to bed.
Right. I'm like, I don't even think Jimmy Kimmel funny. Yeah. He's good at what he do. He just, to me.
Right.
I think he was better when he was part of the NFL, when he was doing those little skits.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. And that's what, see, you just said you don't think he's funny. I actually think that some of the stuff that he say is funny, and it make me mad because I don't like him. And I'd be like, this nigga got me laughing and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I don't like him.
And I don't even like him. Yeah. So.
Yeah, but comedian Lou Anel, she was talking, she worked for him at his club in Las Vegas. And she was just keeping it real. She was like, if it weren't for Jimmy Kimmel, I wouldn't be working. She was like,
Mhm.
he employs a lot of people at his
He done
show.
put a lot of people on.
A lot of people on. They
Right,
keep that,
Yep.
let them work.
right.
So
I just think his show is just over the top, man. That dude talk about stuff that's a freak show. That's what it is, man. I don't, So,
All right, so I'm going to combine the next two items. One of them being the Cardinal, who talked about Charlie Kirk being a modern day St. Paul, as well as the fact that Representatives Abe Hamadeh from Arizona and August Pfluger from Texas have introduced legislation to have the U.S. Treasury mint 400,000 silver dollar coins in 2026 featuring Charlie Kirk's likeness. The coin would be legal tender. One side would be Kirk's image, full name, Charles James Kirk, and the year 2026. The other side would have the inscription, "Well done, good and faithful servant." Besides what y'all think about this, my frustration is we still waiting on Harriet Tubman to replace Andrew Jackson on the $20 bill.
facts.
Whoever thought where that $20 bill at?
In a Monopoly board somewhere.
Yeah, right. Well, we can't even get Monopoly money. But yeah, so they comparing him to St. Paul and they gonna put him on a coin.
Well, when you think about it though, you know they God is different from ours.
Yeah.
When they said that, they meant that.
Yeah.
He did his part.
I agree with that.
They talking code. They be talking to each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is one of the reasons we got Truth Be Told Flex podcast. Not to say that we know everything that they be saying when they say it, but we know some of it. And if we don't, we know that what they saying is still ain't what they saying. Right. Well done, good and faithful servant. He meant that.
He did what they needed him to do.
They needed him to do.
Yeah.
It's again I talk about it on this platform all the time. They have gotten to a point where they cannot finagle, or there's no more wiggle room. 2024 was the year of exposure. 2025, I told y'all, the gloves are off. They going all out. They have to, whatever little bit of culture they've created. I told you, the only thing that they built from the ground up and didn't steal from us is the show Jackass. That's it. That's the only thing you can say that they actually created and made everybody else come into it. Everything else, whether it's jazz, poetry, everything else, they stole from us. Jackass, the show, is the only thing with Steve-O in it. That's theirs.
They have it.
That's theirs. And actually, people are pranking on camera today from what they started. I'll give them that. So again, they're doing this because Esau he's trying to get the last say so in culture. And it's just not gonna work.
That's why they trying to erase everybody else's culture.
Right.
Because they trying to get.
That was the true plan, to erase us. And we just kept multiplying and kept multiplying and kept multiplying. So like I say, they just started lying.
When you look at all of their deities, they come from Africa. Zeus and all of the deities, they Greek, they stole all of that. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm telling you,
right? They don't have anything, and everybody is finding out. Even white people, man. I come across so many white people videos where they like on the verge of breaking down because they like everything that they thought about who they was a lie. You know. Yeah.
That's what the word says. We've inherited nothing but lies from our fathers, from our forefathers. Yeah, that's it.
Obadiah Yahoo, shalom, Mark, shalom.
Shalom, Mark.
Yeah, man. And it's crazy, man. Like, so where is that scripture about the man of sin be revealed? Where is that? That's the man of First Thessalonians, Second Thessalonians.
I think it's
it's
the man of lawlessness.
Where Where my
I
Bible at
just
on this
wrote that
thing?
down too.
Oh,
2 Thessalonians 2:3.
that's it. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. This on the heels of this Charlie Kirk stuff that's going on. What have we been hearing so much now? For those who may be here tonight joining us live, for those who will catch us on the playback, don't get a deaf ear to what I'm about to say. Hear me out. As the scriptures say, he that have ears,
Let
let
him
him
hear.
hear what the Spirit has to say. So on the heels of this Charlie Kirk situation that we got going on, what have we been hearing so much here lately? Jesus, 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 Christianity, Christianity, Jesus, Jesus. And I was sitting in that same chair that I be sitting in all the time. And I said to myself, the man is sin revealed. And I said, what if that man is sin being revealed is Jesus, along with Christianity? Because we have got to ask the question, especially as so-called African Americans or Negroes or black or colored or whatever you want to call us, but we know that we the people of the book. But for those who don't know, who is still wrapped up in that Christianity church, and we talked about this last week, at some point we have got to ask the question if them people with all of that hate that's in their heart towards a group of people that ain't did nothing to them. And they saying that this man, I done heard them repeatedly say that this man is now with his Savior. He is in the arms of Jesus. If this man is in the arms of Jesus, at what point are we going to start saying, I don't want to have nothing to do with that Jesus?
That's right. When are we going to start saying it? Because if everything he said and done did, and Jesus say, come on in, they really believe in the come as you are doctrine. They really believe that. Live like you want to. No laws to keep. Because how can we, the man of sin will be revealed because he don't keep the law.
Yep.
And who is that? Jebus.
Yep.
They said, Jebus done away with it. So how do you think we're going to know who the lawless one is?
Right.
Unless he don't keep the law, and who else is keeping it?
That's right.
So,
man, Yeah, man. I asked myself that question, man. I was like, because right now I believe, like you said, I went for the services of the brother Ruffin, right? And like you were saying, that when you pull up, and I know it for a fact, when you pull up Hebrew Israelites, you see so much negative about us, right?
Yep.
But you had an opportunity to show like who we are. And we're not like they are portraying us on the internet.
That's right.
And so this is the time. It's like my wife talk about it all the time, that when you take something away, we talk about it on this show as well. Y'all see me looking down, it's because I'm looking for something. So
Yeah.
I am. Yeah, okay.
You
Then.
good, huh?
Yeah, we talk about it all the time on this show, that if you take something away, it gotta be replaced with something.
That's right.
And so if enough of us start asking questions or stop falling out of love with Jesus, it gotta be replaced with something.
That's right.
So what is it gonna be replaced with? This marvelous light, this truth, who you are, who your heritage is.
Your lineage.
You see,
that's right.
Your lineage. So this could be the Ruach's way of bringing us back to where we belong, because Christianity got its hooks in us for real, man.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I'm just being honest with you. If I was still a Christian and I still had a hope of going to heaven, and you telling me that Charlie Kirk is up in that heaven with that Jesus, I just might want to rethink my final destination. I don't think I want to go there no more.
Yep.
Don't worry about it. The rapture come get you.
Yeah, that's
they is losing it about that. That's what I'm saying. That's the narrative. Charlie Kirk going to heaven, and others like him going to heaven.
Right.
And y'all think, I'm sure Isaiah, Apostle John the Revelator, John the Baptist, they all would have loved to have been raptured up.
Right.
They died horrible deaths.
100.
Yep.
They would have loved to have been taken out of here.
100. Yo, so.
All right. Well, moving right along. Give me 1 second, guys. So, Charlie Kirk Memorial Service in Glendale, Arizona. The former White House aide, Stephen Miller, delivered a speech speaking to tens of thousands gathered at State Farm Stadium. He framed Kirk's death as a turning point for the conservative movement. He described Kirk as a martyr, saying that his murder had been immortalized. And the awakening of what happened to him, called a dragon of righteous fury. The speech was steeped in religious and civilization language. Miller invoked Athens, Rome, and Philadelphia, portraying conservative cause as a struggle of light versus darkness, good versus evil. So I'm going to play this clip for you guys, and you tell me your thoughts. Well, Sheer, where'd you put it?
Is it there? Hold on. Is it there? We gotta have that clip, man.
Yeah, it.
Okay, hold on. Y'all see what happened when we do the show on the off night?
All kind of stuff be going on.
Right. All kind of stuff be going on. Hold on. And mind you, while we getting this together, mind you that this is what is his position? Stephen Miller, he is your chief
of staff.
He was. He's the chief of staff now.
Right.
Yeah, he was the former White House aide.
Right.
Yeah, he was a White House aide. Yeah.
I could just play the audio, but it ain't gonna do justice. You got to see this, brother, man. I sent it to you, Ayo, didn't I? You looked at it.
Yep.
Yeah, y'all give me a second here. Y'all give she a second. What you laughing at?
Jamil, if you go to heaven, you don't see me, you have gone to hell.
Don't smell my cologne.
Thank you for the comic relief.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on, y'all. Give me man. What happened? We lost.
I think you're back now, but
okay, there we go. All right. Yeah, I left. I'm finna try to share this here. I'm gonna have to share it, Red.
Okay.
Because
Yeah, here.
if I do it the other way, it's gonna mess up the stream. I know
You
it
out here
is.
sharing my
Yeah.
nickname.
Oh, my bad.
I don't even know if anybody caught it.
Yeah.
I don't think we
Paying to
did.
sin. Everything moving so slow, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Everything moving slow. Oh man. Oh.
I don't think I get it.
Talk about somewhere else while I do this. I'll have it up in a minute.
Well, that was kind of the
Yeah, I understand, but
okay.
yeah.
All right. Well, let me do what I'm voluntold. Let me
I mean,
so
we can
I
keep it on
don't know
Stephen Miller.
what was that?
See,
Well, he is a piece of work. He definitely is a piece
boy,
of work.
that dude
Um
is. I
yeah.
don't. I honestly think I don't think he got a soul. I'm sorry. I think he is a meat suit, a NPC that I think he's got some multiple ruachs for real, and I think he is just from the left operating on the left side. And that dude has always been, and he's definitely you wish ish if you know the small hatters, if you know what I mean. He's definitely a small hatter. So yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yep.
he is
You can share it
diabolical
when you
to
get
say the
in.
least.
Yeah. It's loading. But yeah, you're absolutely right, man. And once we get to can you hear me?
Yeah,
You
yeah, yeah, yeah,
froze.
yeah. You froze up
Did
though.
I freeze? Yeah, that's because
Yeah, there you
that
go. I
video.
think you're back now.
Okay, I'm here now. Okay, so the video is loading now, man. We
Well,
Okay.
go ahead.
I was gonna say we can skip that one real quick while we're waiting on the video to load and
Mm-hmm.
jump over to um the superintendent of Oklahoma, Ryan Walters, or ex superintendent, because Ayo just informed me that he resigned. So before he resigned, he made the decision that every high school in Oklahoma is going to host a Turning Point USA chapter following obviously Charlie Kirk's unaliving. He warned schools that refuse they could face penalties, including loss of accreditation. It aims to have chapters launched by the end of the school year. There's a couple of different criteria that are required, but I think one of the smallest pieces of criteria was they only need 3 students who say they're interested to launch a chapter at the high school. Um,
That's crazy.
it is beyond crazy. It is absolutely insane to me.
So my thought on that, man, and you guys tell me, am I off? That we talked about how they said on that coin that, well done, thy good and faithful servant, right? We made the comment that he did what he was supposed to do, which was, in my opinion, which was start a movement. Now let's take the word movement out and let's put a spirit with that, right? He has started a spirit. And this spirit for real is beginning to grow, and they needed to continue. And so with their test run was to, let's see if we can go to college campuses and influence young people to think conservatively. Now they didn't get that. They go back to what Ayo was saying, that they ain't created nothing on their own. Where do you think that they got dealing with young people from? Barack Obama and
Mm-hmm.
his team.
Yeah, he would.
Yep.
That was that roots on the
Grassroots.
grassroots on the ground, plus the
Roots on.
internet
Yep.
movement that they had,
Yep.
because all of
Yep.
the other side had at the time was Rush Limbaugh. They couldn't
That's
compete
it.
with
So they
that.
needed a new Rush Limbaugh, and they needed a young Rush Limbaugh. And this is
That's
the
it.
creation of Charlie Kirk, right? And
Yep.
so they saw that what they was trying to do worked, because even with the unaliving of him, do you know how this is going to help them in the midterms?
100%.
With these young kids. You dig what I'm saying?
100%.
With these young kids. This is going to help them a lot in these midterms, man. And so to keep, and what did she kept saying? She kept saying that what? We're going to make sure that his movement continue.
Oh yeah, we're going to talk about her.
Right. And JD Vance said the same thing. So what do they mean by that? Is that we got to continue to become impressionable on as many young people as we possibly can. And so only 3 people, that's insane.
Three students.
3 students, yeah.
And a faculty sponsor. Now here's my concern. Besides the plethora of other things, a faculty sponsor, think about who a faculty sponsor is. That's either a teacher, a coach, a counselor, a principal, anybody that is on the faculty that decides that they want to be part of this program, and 3 students. One of those faculty sponsors is going to be involved with other students. They letting their flags fly, right? Because Turning Point USA is also going to provide handbooks, materials, and they're going to get recognition at the school that they're part of the program. It's a scary place. These are scary times.
Yeah, that dude Ryan Walters, he has led public schools in Oklahoma since 2022 and has put Donald Trump endorsed Bibles into classrooms and required teaching 2020 election conspiracies. He required it. So
but they have to get rid of Beyond Critical Race.
Right. Get rid of Beyond Critical Race facts that their ancestors actually did, and let's put January 6th in the school books and have it as curriculum on how to be a patriot. You see that? What kind of double speak is that?
But what are they doing? What are they doing? They creating their
army.
Exactly. They're creating an army of hateful, conservative individuals. You know what I'm saying? They're actually putting things in these kids' minds that they probably never would have been put in their mind to begin with.
Right.
Yep.
They would have never thought about it.
Well, you sent me an article earlier today about a teacher under fire for making the statement that Black people are taught to hate white people. What do they think this is?
Right. Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. They are teaching white people to hate anything that's not them. They go back to what Ayob say all the time, that they are afraid, you know what I'm saying, that they're about to be outnumbered. Really, they're afraid that they're being found out, man. That's what's happening. There is a book called Color Law. My wife sent me something today about 6 books that that us as Black people should read. And I don't remember what those other 5 books were, but 2 of those books that I had, and one that I'm currently reading, is called Color of Law. And when you get into Color of Law, you can understand why they want to hide certain stuff, man. Why? Because it's embarrassing. I'm not going to, if I was white, I would be embarrassed at some of the stuff that my people have done, you know what I'm saying, to a group of people in the past. And not only have they done it in the past, that's what they're doing now. And they are teaching this generation to double down on it and do it again.
So with that being said, let's get into this speech with Stephen Miller, because we still got to get to the Beyond Critical Race Theory and have more time to talk about who Erica Kirk really is. So let's listen to this speech really quick.
I see Erica and her strength and her courage. I'm reminded of a famous expression. The storm whispers to the warrior that you cannot withstand my strength. And the warrior whispers back, I am the storm. Erica is the storm. We are the storm. And our enemies cannot comprehend our strength, our determination, our resolve, our passion. Our lineage and our legacy hails back to Athens, to Rome, to Philadelphia, to Monticello. Our ancestors built the cities. They produced the art and architecture. They built the industry. Erica stands on the shoulders of thousands of years of warriors, of women who raised up families, raised up city, raised up industry, raised up civilization, who pulled us out of the caves and the darkness into the light. The light will defeat the dark. We will prevail over the forces of wickedness and evil. They cannot imagine what they have awakened. They cannot conceive of the army that they have arisen in all of us. Because we stand for what is good, what is virtuous, what is noble. And to those trying to incite violence against us, those trying to foment hatred against us, what do you have? You have nothing. You are nothing. You are wickedness, you are jealousy, you are envy, you are hatred. You are nothing. You can build nothing. You can produce nothing. You can create nothing. We are the ones who build. We are the ones who create. We are the ones who lift up humanity. You thought you could kill Charlie Kirk? You have made him immortal. You have immortalized Charlie Kirk. And now millions will carry on his legacy. And we will devote the rest of our lives to finishing the causes for which Charlie gave his last measure of devotion. You cannot defeat us. You cannot slow us. You cannot stop us. You cannot deter us. We will carry Charlie and Erica in our heart every single day and fight that much harder because of what you did to us. You have no idea the dragon you have awakened. You have no idea how determined we will be to save this civilization, to save the West, to save this republic. Because our children are strong, and our grandchildren will be strong, and our children's children's children will be strong. And what will you leave behind? Nothing. Nothing. To our enemies, you have nothing to give, you have nothing to offer, you have nothing to share, but bitterness. We have beauty, we have light, we have goodness, we have determination, we have vision, we have strength. We built the world that we inhabit now, generation by generation, and we will defend this world. We will defend goodness, we will defend light, we will defend virtue. You cannot terrify us, you cannot frighten us, you cannot threaten us, because we are on the side of goodness, we are on the side of God.
Who is we?
What?
That dude there, man, when I when I heard that the first time, man, my reaction was,
What?
Yeah.
I was looking, you know what I'm saying? That was a whole Masonic language speech, though.
Yep.
He was talking not so much to us, and although that's what he's saying, but that was one of those languages.
Yep.
And he knew who he was talking to, and they knew who he was talking to, and they was receiving it, man.
Yep.
That wasn't a hate speech.
That's exactly what that was.
I don't know what a hate speech is.
That's exactly what that was.
But you know what? The first time when I heard that speech, you know who I thought about? I thought about what Lucifer told the third of the Malachim, the angels that went left with him.
Mm.
That's what I thought about, because that's basically what he is saying. Because when you have only 20% soul, when 80% of your soul is calcified, your pineal gland, you can't fake soul. And again, they've been able to all these years because we did integrate. But now that the wheats and the tares are being separated, the only way to go is to show their true selves. He didn't misspeak when he said pull out of caves.
Right. He knew what he was talking about. Yeah.
So the Grand Dragon. Who do you think the Grand Dragon of the KKK, the Grand Wizard? Who controls the dragon? The Grand Wizard.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he can't. They tell him their own truth, which is a lie. Yeah, Revelation 12. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. And the hour that we are in, again, that speech is lawlessness, perdition. That's what he's talking about.
You know, just like there are 12 tribes of us, right? Esau was not just one group either.
Nah, they different.
Got Numbers, chapter 24 and 20. And I say this all the time. Pull up Numbers 24 and 20, baby. I say this all the time when we talk about Esau, is that it's real important that we clarify who we talking about when we talk about Esau, because when you read about the tribes, it let it be known that Judah and Levi were separated. You got the king, you got the priests, then you got everybody else. But we still belong to who? To Jacob, to the Most High. We are still his children.
Numbers 20.
Chapter 24 and verse 20. Get 19 and 20. Well, 18 through 20. Okay. I'm sorry. 18 through 20.
I'll be doing that too.
Yeah.
I'll be doing that too. I do that too.
Yeah, let's get 18 through 20. And so the thing is, man, is that there is always a hierarchy in every nation. There's always a hierarchy. And you can tell who is at the top of the hierarchy by how they look, by how they carry themselves, by how they talk, by where they are at. And so here we are in Numbers chapter 24 and 18. The Most High put this in here for us to see, even in these last days. It said, Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do violently. Verse 19. Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. And this is verse 20. And he looked on Amalek. This is from Esau. And he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations. You heard what he just said. It was us who was pulled out of the caves into this light. We built this, sir. We done this, sir. How did they do this? By the prophecy that the Most High said Esau was going to be. That he was going to take stuff by what? His sword. By, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Amalek was the first of the nation, but his ladder, and they know this here. They know this scripture.
They know.
His ladder shall be that he shall what? Perish forever.
Again, it's Esau's last stand. This is exactly what we're seeing. Now, the gloves are off.
Right.
It's a great scripture.
Right.
Great scripture.
He should perish forever. And so you know what it's like to be at home. And I'm going to use a simple analogy here. You are at home and you get home 3 hours before mama get home. And mama told you to have the house clean before she get home. She didn't tell you when to clean it, just have it clean before she get home. So now here it is, you done got home 3 hours before and you look up, it's 45 minutes to when mama is going to be home and you ain't done nothing.
Great analogy. Ooh.
Do you know that feeling that's inside of you?
Yes.
You can't even reason no more.
You can't even think straight.
Your sentences don't make sense no more.
Right. That's it.
Your legs start shaking. Why? Because you nervous. This is the state that Amalek is in. Not all of Esau, not all white people.
No, not
but
all of them.
Amalek. And you just heard a speech from Amalek.
Yep. That's true Amalek. Because you have a lot of them that's, again, a lot of us that be piling up in these churches on Sunday that seen what happened to CK a couple weeks ago, and now he's being martyred as a Christian and all of Christendom. A lot of us is like, wait a minute now, hold on. And a lot of them are like, wait a minute. Wait. How can we say he's in heaven and the stuff he did and said, and then look how they're talking now?
Right.
So again, like you said, it says the perplexities in nations will be in distress. Ethnos.
Yep.
That ain't just the landmass. It's talking about the people.
Yep.
That's what Mashiach was telling the Talmudim. He was like, man, listen, there's going to be a time, that hour, like you said, that last few minutes, mom about to pull up,
mm-hmm.
you will lose all your wits, everything that you done been smart about, and then guess what happens? After you lose your wits, you be so frustrated. Anybody in the house, whether it's your brother, your cousins, you be fussing them out.
You teeing off on them.
Right. That's what's happening.
Because of what you done. Because of how, and that's what's happening right now, man. Just like in Cain. We was talking about that the other day. After Cain had slayed Abel, the Most High still, and I think a lot of people be missing this, the Most High still was trying to get his brother an opportunity to repent. Hey, where your brother at?
Yeah.
Where your brother at, man? This fool, I don't know. My brother's keep okay. Okay.
That's your answer? All right.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is what it ain't no return for Amalek. You get to talk about who ain't gonna be in the kingdom. I'm gonna tell you, Amalek ain't gonna be there.
Right.
X.
Right.
Amalek ain't gonna be there. There is no return because Amalek, just like we are the seed of Jacob, we are the children of the Most High. Amalek is the children of Satan.
And that dragon is rough.
Man.
That dragon is, boy, you heard.
Man, Miller's speech told you all.
You didn't crack a smile. I don't think that brother blinked.
That's what y'all. I don't think if you look in his eyes, I'm for real. That brother ain't got no soul, man. I don't think
what they call them lizard people. What they call them? Yeah. If there is a such thing as lizard people,
man,
he is a lizard.
He is void of a soul for real.
He's void of a soul, bro. Yeah. He void of a soul.
Yeah, he let you know exactly how he felt.
Yeah.
And I'm glad. Because I know how you feel. And y'all want just not 1 million. Y'all want 30 million young dudes in Gen X and Gen Z to think just like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's what they want.
And all of them want to sit down there clapping and hooting and hollering at that speech.
There was a sprinkle of us up. I wonder how they felt at that place, man. You know it was. You know
they should have been uncomfortable.
Right. That's
like that's one of them where you put your church finger up and excuse yourself from the premises.
When you tip out,
I'm out.
Twice out on
man. Twice, please.
Yeah, for real.
Yep.
Crazy, bro. I don't know.
Well, let's get to this beyond critical race theory.
Man.
So we can come back and talk about Erica. So real quick, let me do you right, Ayo. Let me do you right.
One of my favorite segments of the Truth Be Told Flex podcast, where we step into our classroom and learn our past, present, and future. That's right. Let's dive in. Dive into what the world calls beyond critical race theory and what we call beyond critical race and culture facts. With no further ado, let's get it. Yeah, appreciate that wonderful intro with that unblessed playing in the
Yes,
background, man.
sir.
That's a blessing because we are definitely blessed. But yeah, Beyond Critical Race Theory is one of our favorite times of the show where we go in the classroom and indeed learn. And we're going to continue our series we've been doing on this day. Never forget, we continue it with On This Day, September the 25th, 1913. Baltimore law requires so-called black and so-called white residents to live on separate blocks.
Mm.
Let's get into
Lock
it.
is split.
Lock is split. So roughly 112 years ago, on September the 25th, 1913, the Baltimore City Council passed an ordinance requiring so-called black and white residents to live on separate blocks. Title: An ordinance to prevent conflict and ill feeling between the so-called white and colored races in Baltimore City. The law was one of a number of segregation ordinances passed that decade and was part of the first citywide effort in the country to create legally segregated neighborhoods. According to the newspaper reports, only one so-called black family lived on the Mosher Street block in Baltimore at the time. One family. On September the 25th, the same day the segregation ordinance was passed, a group of so-called white men and boys bombarded the so-called black family's home with stone and bricks for several hours. So who taught who? Seems like y'all was teaching us. Anyway, let's keep it going. The passage of the 1913 law formalized decades of de facto segregation enforced by violent attacks by so-called white mobs on so-called black families in white neighborhoods and helped Baltimore earn the reputation of the national leader in residential segregation. Baltimore was first. The racially discriminatory restrictions were later also applied to so-called Jewish residents, many of whom lived in the Rolling Park neighborhood in Baltimore. In 1917, the Supreme Court held Buchanan versus Warley that a Kentucky ordinance prohibiting so-called black and so-called white people from buying homes in neighborhoods where they were racial minorities violated the 14th Amendment's protections for freedom of contract. After the ruling, Baltimore Mayor James H. Preston continued enforcing segregation illegally by instructing city officials to charge anyone who rented or sold to so-called black people in predominantly white neighborhoods with code violations. To learn more about the legislation passed throughout the U.S. that required and codified racial separation for decades, you can read EGI's report called Segregation in America. And I read a little bit of that. You can Google it. They have a free PDF. Go read some of that. This reminded me of what just happened at Tennessee State University last week. Well, we was minding our own business at one of our precious HBCU establishment when MAGA nut jobs showed up to debate young, inspiring so-called black students, which to me is a combo they are not ready to have any longer. And it just shows how no matter what, they cannot leave us alone. Mm-hmm. Again, this is why the movie Sinners made them so angry and so bothered, because it was true. You invite them in, which is what they took as civil rights, and MLK started a long time ago. And ever since then, look at where we are. What you guys think about that?
Yes, indeed. That book, Color of Law, that I was talking about. Mm-hmm. You guys can get your hands on it, get it, because it talks a lot about what Ayo was talking about. A partner of mine sent me a TikTok today. And in that TikTok, it was a sister, and her analogy was, imagine playing Monopoly. But you got to start with absolutely no money at all on the table. Imagine that, man. But yet you expected to still how to kind of win some kind of way. There are so many laws on what it is that Ayob just got through talking about that were created to keep us.
Yep.
Keep us. And so that always made me start wondering about, and that's not so much today time because, things have advanced, but back then, the certain ones of us that were able to get out, how did you do that? See, in our community, we've always had that problem. I know my wife can attest to this because we talk about it sometimes. We've always had the problem of showing our other brothers and sisters how to get out. We got a mentality of, I did it, you can do it, you figure it out. It's so hard when the laws are trumped against you, man.
So hard, man.
It's so hard when everything that seems like you can obtain, you can't, because if you get close to it, it gets snatched away from you. Like they for real had laws to where homeowners and HOAs and insurance just don't sell the Negroes in this country.
Yeah, they just don't. So they say we were taught racism or taught how to hate.
Right.
How?
Right.
Who have we been looking at do this stuff for so long?
Right. Right.
If we were taught it, we learn about from the best.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, it's sad, man. It's real sad. Yeah.
I think one of the bigger issues is the fact that over the course of history, we have always tried to fit in. We've always tried to place ourselves in places we weren't welcomed, right? Segregation was really a blessing for us. And then we decided we no longer wanted to be segregated. I want what you got. Instead of creating our own of what you got, I want to be where you are. I want to go in that restaurant that you go into. I want to go into that shopping center that you go into, instead of creating our own. Because one of the things that I remember seeing when we watched Sinners, they were on two separate sides of the street. You had the white side and you had the black side. Because remember, Child's wife had his daughter go get the wife to have her come over to the black side. You had all the white people in one store on one side of the street and all the black people in another store on the other side of the street. We doomed ourselves because we wanted to be where they were.
Yep.
We thought we were missing out. We were going to lose out on something if we didn't find ourselves in the same place they were in. So, yeah, it's unfortunate, but it seems like to some degree some of us still haven't learned.
We still haven't learned.
We keep inviting ourselves into places we're not wanted.
Yeah.
And my mom always told me, if you don't get invited, don't ask to go.
Don't ask to go. Like you got to know when to not want to or to not want to be a part. Like, come on. Yep. And this is what Ak was saying at that pep rally they had. Like, how many of us was in there feeling uncomfortable? Like, why would you go to like it's crazy.
Everything ain't for us.
Yeah, if I had a white friend and my white friend invited me to that thing, we no longer friends.
Right. Bro, I'm not. I'll be in the car or I'll be at the house. Going in there.
I'm an Uber home. I don't even want to ride with you no more, homeboy.
Right. We ain't
Yeah. We
really quick.
No longer friends, man.
Before we jump into the conversation about Erica Kirk, and we may play this next week on the show, but there's a young man. I think either you sent it to me or I sent it to you. We sent so many videos to each other during the course of the week. I can't keep up. But he said he's never experienced racism and he doesn't like to be referred to as black. He's not a black man, he's a man. Do you remember saying that? Yeah, so he was saying that, if he gets pulled over by the police aren't pulling over a black man, they're just pulling over a man. He has never
Wow.
Who
experienced or
raised
gone
that
through.
boy?
Great question. Great question. But the young lady who was talking to him, she said, "You young, just wait."
Yeah,
So
who raised that boy?
yeah.
Hey, before we go to our next topic, this one here is for you, Jamil. You still there? Check it out.
My stars and garters, President Ronald Reagan, my hero. Is this heaven?
Oh, not just heaven, Ruckus. White heaven. You see, there are many different types of people, Ruckus. So God created many separate, but, well, for the most part, equal heavens.
You don't say.
White heaven is for decent, good, God-fearing Christians who just happen to, well, hate everyone and everything relating to black people. That means no Muhammad Ali, no hip-hop music, and no fucking Jesse Jackson.
What about Whoopi Goldberg?
Nope.
Oh, this is heaven.
Turns out that God really doesn't have that much of a problem with racism. He doesn't even remember slavery, except in February. Personally, I hate black people, Ruckus. That's why I did everything I could to make their lives miserable. Crack? Me. AIDS? Me. Reaganomics? Come on, I'm in the name. And God has rewarded me. Know why?
'Cause 2 niggers and 2 quarters don't add up to $1?
Well, that. And because God loves white people. And if you teach everyone on earth to love the white man, you too can join us in white heaven.
Praise white God.
You know what?
Boy, Lord have mercy, boy.
I think that's how they envision heaven, man.
They do.
Got to.
That's what they think it look like.
Got to.
Wow.
All right. Let's keep
Uncle
it
Ruckus.
going. Let's keep it going.
Wow.
So there's so many different angles we could go with this, but for those of you who don't know who Erica Kirk is, I don't think there's a better way to introduce her than with this. Jesus. Fill this room.
Good evening. My name is Erica Kirk. Charlie Kirk is my husband. I first want to thank the local, state, and federal law enforcement who worked tirelessly to capture my husband's assassin so that he can be brought to justice. I want to thank the first responders who struggled heroically to save Charles's life, and the police who acted bravely to make sure that there were no other victims on that terrible afternoon. I want to thank the officers who have protected our Turning Point USA family these past 2 days. And I want to thank the Turning Point USA board, the COO, Justin Strife, and my husband's chief of staff, the amazing Mikey McCoy, for all their work in these terrible days to be the stability for our family and for the wider Turning Point USA family as well. My heart is with every one of my husband's employees who lost a friend and a mentor. I want to thank the staffers of his amazing Charlie Kirk show, who helped him broadcast from this studio, this chair. Every day he loved it. He loved what he did. I want to thank the millions of people who have shown their love for Charlie here in Phoenix, across America, and worldwide. I want to thank my husband's dear friend, Vice President Vance, and his phenomenal wife, Usha, for their love and support. You guys honored my husband so well bringing him home. You both are tremendous. I want to thank President Trump and his incredible family for the same. Mr. President, my husband loved you. And he knew that you loved him too. He did. Your friendship was amazing. You supported him so well, as did he for you.
Man,
So well.
I don't care.
So well.
Okay, first of all, because I'm a laugh, but y'all, I'm not cynical, okay? Because but that did that sound like the first question I'm gonna ask, and I don't even know, but not going there because I could be, I told y'all my sense of humor is dark sometimes. Did she sound like she was mourning? First of all, just
Nope.
Did she? Okay.
Yeah, I struggled listening to that.
Yeah. It's crazy.
She gets an Oscar.
She gets
I
the
disagree.
Oscar.
She didn't act very well. To me,
Well,
I think she tried to put on a performance. That was tough to watch.
yeah,
If that's
that
how
was
you
cringy.
grieve your spouse, if that's how you grieve me, just don't. Just don't.
I guess I'm saying she get the Oscar for just the attempt to even get up there and act like she's shedding a tear. If I wouldn't even be able to stand up. I would have had to have
Man, what you talking?
And I would be so weak from crying and more like it's
Ain't
just,
no way.
yeah, that's bad, man.
It's too many people that she was
This
thanking
chair.
and stuff like that in a time like that. You tell me the way it's not that he just got unalive, it's the way he was unalive, how horrific it was. You telling me that you have the capacity at 36 years old to stand there and call out names like you just won a Grammy. I want to thank, you know what I'm saying, blah, blah, blah.
And we didn't
blah,
even
blah,
get to
blah.
play the fact that she said "Go Ducks."
Yeah, she did
Right,
in there.
right.
Yeah, he wanted me to. That's what she said. He wanted me to say,
He would want me to say, "Go Ducks."
"Go Docs."
What?
Yeah, that, and it was at that moment. I had never known who Erica Kirk was. I had never seen Erica Kirk until I saw that video, and it was at that moment that I said to myself, "I believe she may got something to do with this."
Yeah.
It was at that moment when I saw that video. That video made me start wanting to know
Yeah.
who this chick
Right.
was, man,
Yeah.
because there was nothing about that video that made me say this is a grieving wife.
Man, look, Shaka Boom. I didn't know how to quite put it out there, but that's the thing that kept getting me. The airy whispers.
Yeah, every time I hear that, I
"This chair,
laugh. Yeah,
it loved me.
yeah. Just out of nowhere, and then she come right back, and then she get the wiping them eyes that ain't.
You ain't a piece of water fell nowhere.
Now,
Not
look,
another.
I know she got on makeup, and I can guarantee you, anybody who wears makeup will tell you, if you crying, it's gonna be makeup all over the napkin you using. It's gonna run. I don't care how well it's put on. If you crying, even the waterproof mascara is not gonna necessarily be waterproof.
Right.
It's gonna have some kind of runnage.
But let's not make this Erica Kirk. You know what I'm saying? I could sit here and I could roast all night for the rest of the night. But we ain't finna do that though, man. Yeah, so
She need to
what
be
we got, but not what to say, yo.
roasted. She need to be roasted for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, crocodile tears indeed.
All
Well, So I don't have a lot because I know y'all uncovered some information a lot more than I uncovered. I just really have some basic information on Erica, who she was. She was raised by single mom, because they talk about, if you go look up anything rotisserie style, if you go look up anything about Erica now, what was probably there 6 months ago is no longer there. It is very polished versions of who she is, who her family is, where she came from. Her dad's father is from Swedish descent. Her mom is from Lebanese descent. Her mom was a single mom, raised her, a strong single mother. Let me put that out there, because they have, on probably 4 different platforms I looked at, they keep saying she was a strong single mother who raised her daughter with all these values. She went to private school. I want to say Notre Dame private school in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
She started a 501(c) organization in 2006. I want to say when she was 17, called Heroes Like You. She participated in the Miss Arizona pageant that was owned by none other than Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
She played basketball on the women's team of Regis University in Denver, Colorado for 2 years. She just seemed your all-American, typical blonde hair, blue-eyed white girl, in my opinion, based on what they have painted on the narrative of who she was prior to marrying Charlie Kirk. Don't know about their whirlwind romance, their affair.
It wasn't.
How that whole thing went down. But what I do know is, since he is no longer here, she has now inherited everything that belonged to him.
On top of what she already had.
On top of what she already had. And the narrative that we were seeing, that her mom worked for the Department of Defense, that part might not necessarily be true, but I do feel like her mom was involved with the Department of Defense based on the businesses that she owned, which is cybersecurity. So there's probably where that correlation came from. But I'm sure you guys have a lot more that you uncovered about her. So I'll defer to you guys at this time.
Yeah. Yeah, she definitely, when you get to looking into Erica Kirk, she came upon the scene as very young. And this is one of those that we talk about on the show where you have children that are groomed to do certain things at certain times. We got to look at that when these people start putting things in motion. They don't think 1 year ahead or 2 year ahead. They think 15 years ahead, 20 years ahead. This is how they play their game. She was definitely handpicked. This is a Trump girl. Okay. Yep. This is who she is. She is definitely a Trump girl. She got an invitation to participate in the Miss Arizona pageant. Now, the thing about that is, she said that she had never been in any pageants before or modeled. And if you know anything about these pageants, and at any time, and Banath as well, y'all interject, okay? Y'all please interject as I'm talking. But if you know anything about these pageants, you can't just make your way into these pageants without going through certain, you know what I'm saying, steps. So how did she just get it? If you had never been in any pageant, or if you have never modeled, she got a letter from Trump to be a participant. And not only was she a participant, she won Miss Arizona to go on to be Miss America. And that's how you move on. It's like the playoffs. You win this, then you go on to become Miss America to be. And that's what was owned by Donald Trump. And so not only that, Donald Trump was also friends with Charlie Kirk's family as well. Yep. His father was one of Trump dudes. I think he was like, if I'm mistaken, Ayob, correct me. He was like,
he was an
go ahead.
architect. He was an
He was the
architect, and
chief
he built.
architect.
Yeah, he helped
Trump
design
Towers.
one of Trump Towers. Yep, Trump Towers. Yep,
Exactly.
yep.
So we see Trump as the common denominator in both who? Charlie Kirk and Erica, whatever her real last name is, which is so hard for me to pronounce. Right now, I'm a pause after I say this because I know the Ott got some stuff as well because we was talking about it before the show. Man, her history. She's an actress. Okay, she has been in a lot of stuff. Man, did you look at that music video that I sent you? I sent you a music video.
You did? I didn't.
I did. I told you to check it out. See if you remember the lead lady in that video, man. But she was actually in a country music video that was called name of that by Emerson Drive. I don't know if you guys know that, but She's My Kind of Crazy. She was the lead female in that. She was in Ocean. She appeared in Ocean's 8. She was November Renaissance, which is a movie. She was the lead female in that. She has been in several commercials. So as you see, what I'm painting the picture here is that she is an actress. That's what she is. Okay.
Yep.
Her door was opened by Donald Trump. The romance part, and this is where I'm going to stop. She came to Arizona to be interviewed by Kirk, which turned out to be the beginning of the romance thing. She told him that I'm not going to work for you. You're going to be my boyfriend. And Kirk was told by a mutual friend, the common denominator, right, that maybe you need to date this girl. She was put in his path.
Absolutely.
And so this is where we're going to go with the rest of this conversation. Was she put in his path? If she was put in his path, why was she put in his path? So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, she definitely was put in his path. And again, this stuff was found out, but now they are racing against time to scrap this stuff from the internet. So like Banoff was saying, she graduated, she went to Arizona State and got a degree in political science and international relations, a master's degree in American legal studies from Liberty University. And she supposedly is currently pursuing a doctorate in biblical studies, according to her website. All right. Banoff, what is the name of her 501c3? And this is where it gets mystery.
Everyday Heroes Like You.
Everyday Heroes Like You. So allegedly, and we're going to say allegedly because they're scrapping this stuff.
Yeah,
but this is what a lot of people have been digging up, and it's coming out. But now you can't access her website. It's being scrapped. But allegedly, she was spearheaded by the Catholic Church and her 501c3 as they went to Romania and started this children's organization. But apparently, once they got over there, her and her people supposedly taking care of these children come up missing, y'all, for like a whole year or two in Romania. Finally, the Romanian government was like, no. This is coming too much of a coincidence. We're not crazy. You got to go. You're not welcome here anymore because this is not a coincidence. We have never had an issue with children going missing until you got here. Now, all of a sudden, okay, so that they left, Romania put them out of the country, and those children apparently were never found. It was like 100, 200 something children. So again, this is alleged, right? So what happened was, this is when, and I think that was in 2017, because when they got from Romania, that's like Ox said, that's when she was introduced to Charlie. And he was supposed to interview her, but what happened, they ended up dating and then ended up getting married. Now, let's fast forward to now. So remember we was talking how Charlie Bibi Netanyahu offered 150 million. He turned it down. Then he offered, he started speaking against, talking about the files of the Epstein files and how Israel was looking a little shady and all this. So Bibi offered, like, hey, I hear you talking. Won't you come to Israel and go on a tour? That a lot of them, when they say something crazy, they go on a tour over there. He turned that down. Then all of a sudden, he's out of here. Then, just like that, before they could have had the funeral, the ceremony, she's named CEO of Turning Point. So I think we can say that 150 mil has exchanged hands.
Yes, sir. Most definitely, man. It has changed hands. To understand, man, that she is no different, and allegedly, and this is opinionated talking here, right? She is no different than the screwdriver that is in my tool bag. I'm trying to paint a picture on how these people operate and how they move. They needed something done, and they picked the person to do it. Rebecca and Bill Dunn was the family that funded Charlie Kirk to start Turning Point USA.
Yeah. They
are from Florida. More than likely the same part of Florida that your president is from. Right? These people have their eyes set. One of the quickest ways to a man, and you go throughout history, you go watch any movie that you want, but one of the quickest ways to a man to get him to where you want him to be and to bring him down is through a woman. It's through a woman. And so when they found that guy, they had to make sure that they can keep him in line. This is why I go into my toolbox and I bring my screwdriver out now. I gotta have the screwdriver. Her whole job was to, this is why we call them what? Handlers. Handle.
Yep.
Absolutely. Back to the Netanyahu situation. And she has been a screwdriver for a long time. Right? I just want to go back to what the Ak was saying about them being in Romania. It was called Romanian Angels. And their job was to adopt out children to families.
Yeah,
and these children was coming up missing, like the Aqua said. And not only were they coming up missing, when they do find them, they be off in other countries, man.
Yep.
They be off in other countries. And so with, like the Ox said, they got the look and they like, look, none of this should happen until you and your organization got here. So you know what we're going to do? We kicking Romanian Angel out. Then after that, they kicked her out as well. Allegedly, because this stuff is being scrubbed. Okay.
Yeah, now if you go look it up, it says there was never any evidence or proof to support the fact that she got kicked out of Romania.
Right. This stuff is being scrubbed, right? And so she was a casting director as well for Trump and the pageant. And if you know anything about pageantry, these are young girls. They started early ages, man.
12 years old, 13.
So 14. She over here in Romania, allegedly with children. Over here in the States as well, as a casting director. You know how many parents would love for their children to be a part of these pageants? That's why I say if she never has been in a pageant, she's never modeled, she don't have no right to be Miss Arizona. But she was. Why? Because she was handpicked to be.
Yep. Yep.
She was handpicked to be.
Yep.
And so Netanyahu, and not only him, but a guy by the name of Robert Shillem, which is a Zionist, he was Charlie Kirk's biggest donor. Charlie Kirk is taking money from these people over there, man.
Yep.
So if you taking money, Ayob, if you funding me in any kind of capacity, then that means that Ayob, I can't.
Uh-oh.
Are we good?
Yeah, we good now.
When you ask me for something, I'm gonna have to deliver.
Yeah. Yeah.
Turning Point USA became huge. And it wasn't just by Charlie Kirk. It became huge by funding.
Yep.
And they wanted Turning Point USA to become huge for a reason, which was to be a voice for Israel.
Yep. That was the foundation of it.
That's the foundation of it. Charlie Kirk kept hitting them with no. Oh man, they stepping on us. They stepping. Hello?
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk kept hitting them with the no, America first. You know what else is being scrubbed? A lot of his conversations that he was having with certain people, especially Candace Owens, about his questions about Israel. He's being scrubbed.
He's being scrubbed. They don't want you to know that stuff, man.
They don't want you to know that.
Again, and this is why now you think what happened at Utah Valley State University when he was unalive, on how all of that investigation, how it looks. And people are starting to say, wait a minute now. That investigation was crazy. You got Kosh Patel, the head. He tweeted it himself. They basically got to start over again in the whole investigation because there's people on the internet doing better in the investigation than they are.
Yeah, exactly.
So and then people starting to find this stuff about her, Romania, heroes.
Yeah. Right.
You knew Donald Trump for a long time. So if you knew Donald Trump for a long time was in pageant, guess who else you probably know? And guess what list you probably on?
Exactly. Indeed. And they take us back. Let's back up a little bit. I wish I could high five you right now. That one of them brother daps right now, man. Because you know what else is being scrubbed is Kirk continuing to talk about release the files.
He kept talking about it.
He kept talking about that, Aki. And that's why, as we was talking before the show, Charlie Kirk was who Charlie Kirk was. Who we saw him as, that's who he was. He was green to all of this stuff.
Yep.
He was green to all of this. He didn't know who this woman was. A venomous Black Widow spider came into his life.
He might not have known at the beginning, but I guarantee you before it was over.
Yeah, that's why it was something I was watching and they was talking about how his demeanors has started changing.
Yep.
And I can't attest to that because I ain't been watching him long enough. I don't know what his demeanor was like before and right before, but they kept talking about how his demeanor started changing. Why? Because he started to be impressed and he started figuring stuff out. And it don't take long when you sleeping with somebody, man. It don't take long to find out. You know what I'm saying? And so with Netanyahu, it's been reported that Charlie Kirk campus, he was being pressed almost daily by BB.
Wow.
Daily by BB.
Wow.
And he kept turning them down. So, like the dude said on the video that I was looking at, well, if you don't want to allow us to use it, then you know what? We just gonna take it. And that's what they did. So that's where Erica come in at. This dude body wasn't cold yet before she was named the CEO.
The CEO, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Well, not just that. I read something disturbing. At least it was disturbing to me. Maybe I'm by myself on this, but it says during an interview with the New York Times, Erica explained how she pushed to see Kirk's body against advice from law enforcement. She reportedly told authorities, with all due respect, I want to see what they did to my husband. Before kissing him goodbye, she said he looked like he died happy with a Mona Lisa like half smile.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What?
What?
Yeah, that's crazy. Man.
How could you even put your lips together to say it looked like he died happy?
Wow.
That was a direct quote from her.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
That's crazy, man. That's again, and you could say, we have to say allegedly and all this stuff, but 2 + 2 is 4. It don't take a lot to figure this out. It really don't. And I think that's what's scaring them, is that folks out here is putting 2 and 2 together. And Candace Owens' age, I mean, these people is doing true journalism, investigative journalism out here, and finding out stuff.
No, I'm not gonna say that on air. But yeah, I don't believe, and I told this to the Houston Brew. We was talking about this, man. Them people didn't care 2 issues about Charlie Kirk, man.
No.
They are for real using him and his death to push the spirit that they want to be pushed out there amongst them young people, man. Charlie Kirk, if she was the screwdriver in my tool belt, he was the hammer drill in my tool belt. You see what I'm saying? They don't care about that dude, man. They cared about what that dude,
what he could do,
what he was able to do,
and he did
exactly, and he did it. And by the time, just like when we talk about Martin Luther King, and no way am I comparing them to Martin Luther King, but by the time Martin Luther King realized that he was being used, it was too late.
It was too late. Because it just like MLK, and like Ak just said, great point. That is the end game. And in no way are we comparing him, but like Ak said, Charlie's demeanor changed just like MLK.
Right.
But it was too late, because what were they doing? Following him around, recording, and had slick back Al Sharpton.
Right.
They was all wearing wires. And it was probably, nowadays, you ain't even got to wear a wire. One of the guys going to meet Charlie for lunch could have had a phone recording in his pocket.
Yep.
And heard him asking questions. So the fix is in, man.
The fix was in, man. And it's sad when you imagine, and we know the same thing it was with Malcolm, man. They come to realize that everybody that was around you that was supposed to be in your circle is your enemy. Imagine waking up that morning of your last day of your life, and now you realizing that including your wife, in the sense of Kirk, including your wife, is really my enemy.
And apparently, her and the children were not at the university when that happened. People are starting to bring that out. They wasn't there.
Yeah, saying that they weren't, because I had seen where they were saying one of his daughters ran directly to him after it was over, calling herself trying to go get away from the shots.
Yeah,
and that's the thing too.
That was, go ahead. No, I'm just saying all of that was to get everybody drummed up, which it did.
They did what they were supposed to do.
You had folks crashing out, calling for a civil war, and going live and spitting all that, just raging.
That was the beginning. We talk about it all the time when something has to go down in order for something to elevate. And that's what we saw, man. We saw him go down to elevate her. And that memorial or whatever they called it, that was her coming out party.
It was a queen coronation.
That's exactly what that was. You dig what I'm saying? What that was. And so, I mean, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say,
Are you sure you want to say?
This woman know me, man. Yeah, I'm gonna say this. I wish I started to bring something down here with me, and I normally have one over here by me somewhere, and I don't. But I believe the brother is not here with us no more, for real. He might be with white Jesus right now, Ronald Reagan, right? This is what I'm going to say. And this is where spots like this do get in trouble and people like us get in trouble is because we're able to think for ourselves. Even if what we thinking is not right. I can admit that my thinking all the time is not right, but I can still think for myself. And when I saw it, and I could tell you, because I sent him a video when I was already questioning. I could tell you, I sent him a video. I was questioning. Okay, gotcha. I said to myself, man, we ain't got time. We got 2 more minutes, 3 more minutes. Let me get this. I'm gonna go straight to the chase, Dean. There is no way that he got hit with a 30-06. No way. That's what I'm saying. They had a technology. It was something that went behind him. Yeah. It's in the frame. Yeah. That did that. But a 30-06 did not happen. Go YouTube 30-06 and the damage 30-06 can do. Yeah. And you tell me if that man got hit with a 30-06.
He wouldn't have no more head.
He wouldn't what?
He wouldn't have no head. It'd have been like a watermelon for real.
And 1 or 2 people in front of him would have caught something too.
Yep. That's fine.
You know what the doctor said? He was a man of steel.
Yep.
And because of his bone density, he saved people's lives. I'm not going to buy that. That's what they said.
With that being said, I think we need to just go and bring Wani to the stage.
That's what he said.
It's been a heck of a night. Some serious revelations have come out tonight.
Indeed. What a Friday night.
I'm about to bring Wani to the stage, y'all.
All right.
Yes,
thank y'all for joining us. We'll see y'all next week, next Wednesday.